instead of all these great names. Oh, great. Now we're being recorded too. Cool.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
I woke up.
All right, all right.
Well, how are you? Everyone have a good weekend, I hope?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Good. Like to hear those.
I woke up this morning.
My mind stayed on.
That's a good day. You know what? No. If you woke up this morning, that's a good day.
Yes, always. Much better than the alternative.
Yep. So I'm looking down for those of you from Inglewood. Welcome again. It's great to have you. Great to have you guys joining me and us here up here in the Valley in Encino. Just a little quick background on how I do Ignite. I do things a little differently. I don't. Hi, Sarah. Good morning.
Hi.
Good.
Good.
Good. I do things a little differently for most people than the way they do it. I don't do any of the scripts. I don't do any of the role playing because I can honestly say you all have the intelligence and know-withal to do that. So my vision for Ignite is to be able to do it a little bit more tactical and with a little bit more of day-to-day happenings, give you real scenarios of what actually takes place during a deal. I've been in real estate now for 22 years. Before that, I was in magazine publishing for 24 years. I worked at some of the largest companies in media, the Hearst Corporation, Condé Nast. I worked for the Packer family, and I worked for the Thompson family from Canada. My last job was at Weider, and I ran that company and was the president of their international division. And I took their revenue from 5 magazines, 8 million in revenue, to 14 magazines and 72 million in revenue. And we did that in 8 years. So I like to build things, and it's one of the reasons why I really like to teach Ignite. I think it's a great program. I think one of the things that you're going to learn from this is we'll do it from soup to nuts. There are no wrong questions in Ignite. In my classes, anything you want to ask, stop me, okay? I don't want you to leave a session thinking, what the hell did he mean by that? Or that didn't sound right. So there are no wrong answers in Ignite. We'll go as fast as you want. We'll go as slow. I like to do a lot of interaction. So for those of you that don't have your active screens up, shame on you. I'd rather see you than look at names because I'm going to call on you anyway because I don't give a shit. So you're going to get on that. I'll try with my mouth, keep it PG. I've been known to lay a couple of S-bombs or F-bombs along the way. I hope that doesn't insult anyone. Lauren, I'm seeing you laughing at me already up there. Sarah's gotten my gist, so she knows how I am. And I just want to keep this real, okay? And a lot of you who are really just starting out, okay? And I know a couple of you like Sarah and Chris and Jonathan, a couple of others here from my training team as well. I don't look at this as, oh, here's a mentor trying to teach me something. I want you to consider your training director your partner. Okay, it's that important that you all work together to make things go. So the biggest thing we're going to do here today is we're going to ignite your business. And think about what you've done. Think about where you've been. Think about where you want to go. Now, when I left my magazine position, I was very comfortable. I was making $400,000 a year, but I was traveling 80% of the time. And when I came home from a trip, well, it was 2 trips. The first one was when United lost my luggage and my custom-made golf clubs. And I went out and had to buy all new luggage. Holiday likes that one. And I had to go out and buy all new stuff. And as I was rolling out to go back on the road after the weekend, the United delivery truck was coming. After they said they lost it, couldn't find it, okay? And then 2 weeks after that, I came back off the road and noticed my daughter was walking. And I asked my wife, Deborah, when did Rachel start doing that? And she said, oh, about 10 days ago. So, you know, I knew then and there that as much as I was making good money, I wasn't really having fun. And Deborah was already an agent. And this is a true story. I used to sit with her in open houses and get pissed at her. I got upset with her because people would walk in and she wasn't trying to get their information to work with them. Oh, they probably have an agent or this or that. So me being the cocky salesperson I am, I said, well, let me try the next person that walks in. The next person walked in and I toured the home with them because I had watched them do it a couple of times. And I said, so, you know, where's your agent? Oh, my agent's out. They're out today. I said, and they're representing you? And they said, oh, yeah. They send us stuff and we go out and look. And I said, well, that doesn't seem fair because quite honestly, this is a very people-oriented business. Tell me what you're looking for. And I started writing notes down and the husband said, God, our agent doesn't. So one of the keys that I want you to really take note of when we really get moving along on this is to listen. If you listen to buyers or sellers, they'll lead you to the promised land. I know that new agent syndrome kicks in and we tend to talk a lot because it's our nervous energy and our adrenaline. So get your head in the game. Right off the bat, get your head in the game so you understand entirely how to make money. And you can make a lot of money doing this. I mean, normally when we're in our team room, I start writing down on a dry board what everyone wants to make. So, you know, some people say I want to make 50,000. Some people say I want to make 1 million. It's all up to you for one reason. Even though we all work for Keller Williams, you work for yourself. You are the CEO of your own company. So I want you to start to think about how are you going to brand yourself? How are you going to make yourself different than the others that are out there? What makes you so special? What makes you so special is you. And I know that everyone talks about technology and this, and that, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. People like to work with people they like. They're comfortable with it. When you get into an escrow, and you will, okay, you're going to spend more time with either the other agent or client, whether it's the buyer or seller, than your significant other. I mean, here it is, it's 11 o'clock after the long weekend, and I've already spoken to 3 other agents that I'm doing deals with, and I haven't spoken to my wife since I left the house, okay? So you're going to be engaged on those transactions, and I want you to understand, I want you to be a student of the business. The foundation for your business these days is right here, your phone. This is your sphere of influence in your database. Okay, it is going to perform wonders for you guys. So if you want to just unmute yourselves, because I see a bunch of you are muted, unmute yourselves and just let me know, how many names do you have in your phone? Let me take a guess here. Holiday, how many names do you have in your phone?
I currently have 134.
134. Jonathan Washington, good morning, my man. How are you?
How's it going, Peter?
Good. Remind me, how many names you have in your phone?
It was about 250.
Okay. Jen Hudson, good
Yeah.
morning. How are you?
Good morning, I'm great. How are you?
Thank you. How many names do you have in your phone?
It's saying 271.
Wow. Terry, how many names do you have in your phone, Terry?
184.
That's good. Myra, how many names do you have in your phone? No? A talk? Okay, well, then. Lauren, how many names do you have in your phone?
Last time I checked, 622.
622 names.
Yes.
So, okay. Sarah, how many names do you have again?
I was checking this. I don't know. I have no idea.
Just scroll all the way in the bottom.
Scroll down, yeah, scroll down to the bottom and you'll see it there.
547.
547. I'll just go one more. Rex, good morning. How many names do you have in your phone?
About 25.
25. So we have to work on yours. Do you think, Lauren, of the 600 and plus names you have in there, there's at least one person that might want to buy or sell or lease or do something?
Yeah, I'd hope so.
So do I. So, or they might know somebody.
Right.
So here's what I want y'all to do. This is your first little test. I want you to go through your phone. And if you don't have an email address for that person's name, I want you to reach out to them and text them. Not right now, but before our next session. Okay? I want you to reach out and ask them for their email. And if they send back, say, I'm just updating my database. Okay? That will usually then lead the question, why? And you can say, oh, I just joined Keller Williams and I'm updating. Oh my God, I've been thinking about moving or do 5 at a time and at least one of them, okay, which is 20%. And remember this for you baseball fans out there, whether you're a Dodger fan or I'm a long-suffering Met fan, although we're pretty good so far this year with the injuries. Guys get into the Baseball Hall of Fame failing 70% of the time. They hit 300. That means they're successful 3 out of 10 times. Okay, you get 1 out of 5, you're on your way. Okay, because all you need is one person to get yourself going. You do one deal at a time. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't worry about what people are saying. I want you guys to focus in on your business because I will tell you that 95% of new agents, first deal comes from somebody in their phone, somebody they know. I've been training people for 12 years now. I've only had one new agent pick up her first client at an open house. Everyone else, it's either a relative, an ex-coworker, a friend, if you have kids, somebody from school. So this is really all about creating a mindset and an attitude so then you can have a good life. Yes, agents, we work a lot of hours, okay? But we can also take our time off when we want, and only you can create that, okay? I want you to create a business. Don't make this a deal thing. It's got to come down to how you want to see yourself. What kind of money are you guys thinking about making your first year? Anyone want to just throw a figure out there what they're hoping to do?
70,000.
70,000, it's a good number. Who else?
Yeah, I want to see 100,000.
100,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's 4 transactions. I want to have 4.
4 transactions, and if figure if it's a $20,000 commission, you're going to make close to 100 grand. That's great. Who else? You're the CEO of your business. Remember, what you're going to want to be doing as you're moving into this business is you want to be able to know your own goals. I don't care if somebody throws, I want to make $1 million. I want to do 30 transactions a year. That's great. But that's not you're in competition with. You're in competition with yourself. It's you, and you, because you're the CEO of your own little company. You're the one that's making it happen, okay? So I want you to understand your strengths and weaknesses. So that way you know how to be able to work with them and improve on them. So I want you to now take a couple of minutes and write down what you think your best strength is, and then write down what you think your biggest weakness is. Take a minute because I'm going to just call a couple of people out on it. So I want what you think is your best strength and what your biggest weakness is going into this. And I want you to dig down deep because, you're the one that's going to have to improve on these and strive at it. So who wants to take a stab at it first and go with their strength and their weakness right now?
But
Go ahead.
my biggest strength is my ability to communicate. I have very good oral presentation skills, and I have a firm understanding of interpersonal communication. I took that in college, so my ability to I read body language,
Wow.
gestures, things like that. So I feel like that is one of my biggest strengths, my ability to communicate and captivate an audience and get them to listen to what I'm saying. That's my biggest strength. And
What
then
did, Holiday, what did you do before you got licensed? That was really good. What did you
before
do
I got licensed, I worked in Beverly Hills at the Bazaar restaurant, Jose Andres Bazaar
yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I started there, believe it or not, working in the restroom. And my boss, the general manager at the time, he said this personality is too dynamic to have in the restroom. So I went from the restroom to a polisher to a bar back
Wow.
to one of the head servers at the pool before I left, before they shut down.
Damn, dude. Congratulations. That's great. That's I can relate to you because I now can tell you the story. I started the Hearst Corporation during the summer as an elevator operator. And I worked myself up to, they moved me to Chicago, and I became still to this day, the youngest manager in the company's history at the age of 22 when they launched Country Living. So one of these days, Holiday, that's a great story that I really, really can appreciate. So kudos to you, man. Kudos. All right, who else? Chris Brown, unmute yourself. Tell me what you think. Well, I know, but for the group.
My biggest skill is definitely, like Holiday said, mine is same, communication. And probably my worst one is procrastination, because communication doesn't ever really hold me back. It's usually I hold myself back with procrastination. So it's just breaking out of that right now.
Okay, so in real estate, which we've talked about one-on-one,
Yeah.
you have to jump because I'm your partner.
Yeah.
And I have told you, if you don't ask, I will. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we're in a group or we're having a cocktail at a bar and somebody's talking real estate, if you don't tell them you're in the business, I can guarantee you I will. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
Don't assume, don't procrastinate. Be positive about it, because you're in an industry that has one of the favorite lines of them all. How's the market?
Mm-hmm.
People love to ask that question. How's the market? Okay. Sarah, what's your strength and weakness?
My strength is, because I used to be a scheduler, I'm very organized. So I will talk to a client or talk to someone, I'll send them listings, I won't procrastinate, I'll stay on top of it. But my biggest weakness is that I'm not aggressive and I get uncomfortable with the ask, whether it's referrals or, my sphere.
Mm-hmm.
The salesperson-y stuff makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but we're gonna work on that. We've agreed to work on that to get you.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing is, especially like I just said, your first deal is probably going to come from somebody you know.
Yeah.
That's your uncomfort zone. You have to be able to figure out, how do I make myself comfortable? So
Yeah.
okay, we'll do it. Lauren, what do you think? Oh, got to unmute.
Oh, I got it. Still
Okay.
trying to figure out Zoom. Well, I put 2 down. I would say my strengths are how honest I can be with people. I mean, I know naturally we're human and we could have some white lies, but I really do try being as honest as I can, because I feel like everyone deserves at least the bare minimum is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I'm persistent. If I really think I could do something, I will try the hardest. But my weakness is I do doubt after I act. So I'll overanalyze after I don't know. I feel like after I do something that I self-doubt, I'm like, oh, wait, why did I do that? Then I'll go back and overthink it.
Okay, so remember, you're only as good as your word in real estate. And, go with your gut. If your gut's telling you that you're making the right decision, you're making the right decision.
How do you
Okay.
know it's the gut, and how do you know when to work with your head. That's where I think
Okay.
the balance.
Because I don't want you to go by emotion.
Okay.
And when that, and it's hard for me to say because 20 years later, the adrenaline still rushes when I'm writing out a listing agreement even. So you'll get that so that you can get and grounded and feel that way. Okay, you will. Hi, Sarita, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So what do you think your strength is and your weakness at this point?
So I would say strength would be listening and being able to build a rapport and really be able to like attach to what and remember what it is that is a must-have or a concern for people. So being able to just really find that and help people with that. And I guess I would say my weakness is very similar to what Sarah mentioned, is feeling like I'm encroaching upon people and bothering them and not wanting, feeling uncomfortable, just, making that ask.
Okay, okay. As we go along, you're going to find out you're not alone, that other agents have the same concerns or doubts in moving forward. Hi, Jen, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So what are you thinking?
I think my biggest strengths are probably my negotiation skills and listening skills with respect to real estate. And I think my biggest weakness, similar to Sarah and Sarita, is probably a little bit of shyness and lack of aggression, meaning I'm not so shy in terms of meeting people and introducing myself to people and that type of thing, but
Right.
like thinking about like door knocking, that completely terrifies me. Just, knocking on a random stranger's door or something like that. That's so against my personality.
Me too. 22 years later, I've never door knocked.
Okay.
I do my farming through cards and other things, but I've never door knocked, and I hate when people door knock my house.
Agree.
Okay. All right. I'll go two more people. Travis, what do you think? Where do you think you're at with your strengths and weaknesses?
One of my biggest strengths is I'm a people person.
Okay.
And people tend to like me, even though I don't like people, really. To be honest, I'm one of those people that I like people when you become my people, but you'll never know it. But once you become my people and my family, like my Keller Williams family, I'm good. And my friends. Now my weakness probably would be is that I probably would be a little hard on myself because I tend to use I usually when I'm doing, because I've been in sales most of my life, sales and acting most of my life, and I usually excel at my sales. And then when it's real estate, when I got into real estate, I got my license December of 2019. And then I joined Keller Williams the end of January. And I haven't had any transactions yet. I had one in escrow. It fell out because of the lender. Now I've been getting beat out and things, so I'm a little hard on myself because I'm not excelling as quickly as I usually do. And
it's a tough market. Don't be so hard on yourself right now. Everyone's going through it. Okay. We'll try one more. Let's go with Terry Jones. Good morning.
Hey, Peter. Yeah, my strength would be I am dependable. If I give you a yes, I'm going to do what I say. If I give you a no, then I won't do it. And my observation, I usually I think that kind of comes from my accounting background. Things tend to stand out to me that usually don't stand out to other people. My weakness is my self-doubt talk. And I actually think that comes from my accounting background as well, because, you're always looking at the numbers. You always got to check the numbers and make sure they're right. But that's something I'm working on.
Okay. How do you think you're going to how do you feel you're getting around it as you're working on it?
Because when the self-doubt comes in, I tell myself, I I pretty much say I have a 50-50 chance. I have a 50% chance of failure, and I have a 50% chance of success. So if it's 50-50, I want to focus on the 50% of success.
Okay, I like that. So essentially what everyone is saying is 2 words: lead generate. That's what we're here for. Lead generation. Every single day you need to lead generate. And that's why I said, I want you to get the most you can out of your phone, because that's going to really be the foundation and the basis for your business. Somebody in there of all those numbers will tell you that. Okay, that's what they're going to be able to do. Try and put your doubts as far away from you as possible, because that will tend to bring you down. So I want you to make sure that you understand that as you're growing your business, okay, and as you're moving about, what do I want to do? So the next thing now is I want you to write down is, where are 2 things you want to be able to get out of Ignite to jumpstart your business? Take a couple of minutes. Take a couple of minutes on this. As you begin to start thinking about lead generation and making things work for you, how do you really feel you're going to grow your business? What are 2 things that you feel that you're going to need from Ignite to grow your business? Like 2, 3.
I'm sorry, Peter, you faded out on those last few words. What were you saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. I want you to be able to tell me what you're going to need from Ignite or hoping to get from Ignite to jumpstart your business. Give me 2 things, because again, this falls in line with some of your weaknesses and your strengths, but where do you think you're going to need direction to help you in your lead generating and take your business up, to take it to another level? Okay, that clarify it? Okay, take 2 or 3 minutes, figure, and let me know what your thoughts are. And we're doing this exercise because I want to make sure that we don't leave any gaps in what we're going to try and accomplish here. Okay, so is it Minilik? Is that how I say your name? Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it right in the first try. Yes, sir.
Okay, a little muffled there. So,
Hold on, can you hear me?
okay.
Can you hear me?
How about now? Now you're muted.
All right. Can you
There
hear
you
me?
go. Perfect. Yep.
Okay. Yes, I was saying that you were one of the first people that got it right on the first try.
I try on those.
Yeah.
So what 2 things are you looking for Ignite in helping you grow your business?
The 2 things that I notated down were trying to find the most effective ways to lead generate without cold calling and door knocking, I guess. And I don't know like if that exists really, but trying to find like, I'm sure I'll still do it, but just trying to find like more, I feel that there may be like more like effective ways to go about it. And also just like working with sellers in general and like the process of, you know, getting the seller, doing the listing presentation and like whatever like those steps are. Yeah. So those are the 2.
Okay. Let's see, Travis, I don't see your face, but unmute and tell me two things. There you go.
I would like more effective way of lead generation, as the other gentleman said, and I probably would say that I want to get a little bit better with the negotiation part of the deal.
Good, because we're going to cover all of that. And we're going to get into both of those things really heavy as we hit the midway point. So that's great.
Yeah, I've had, like I said, I haven't closed anything, but I've had a few things in escrow that fell out. So I did do some of the negotiation and writing up the offers and stuff like. So I just want to get a little more, get a little better with that.
We can do that. Hi, Jessica. Right. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Tell me two things that you're looking for in this cycle of Ignite that you feel you're going to need to help you.
I'm hoping to kind of learn more of the language as far as like building my confidence in how to speak and sell. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing, kind of growing my farm and growing my business. I'm very eager.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to cover farming, so we'll get that to you as well. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. It's good to see you. Adrian,
you too.
Adrian, what are you thinking?
Hi, yes, I'm here. With all due respect to, I am at my job, okay, and I'm just happy to be able to log in. But with me, I'm good with people knocking on doors, cold calling. It's more structure, plan, doing what I need to do, being consistent, and just having a solid plan and just sticking to it, but getting that plan, getting the right structure.
We're gonna get to that in section 4 for you on how to stay focused. Okay? Don't let yourself start to want. So we're gonna work on that with you. Okay.
And then the other one is to press in and pass that self-doubt, to really push forward.
See how many people keep talking about self-doubt and uncertainty? Okay, that's just being new.
Right.
And you're all going into uncharted waters. So we'll work on that. So Hamid, good morning. Hamid.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Well, all I'm gonna get it's get something moving. I'm kind of stuck. So you can call it motivation. You can call it. You know what?
You need a kick. You need a kick.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
I was working with a lot of buyers, and none of them it goes through. So I'm gonna find out what's going on with me and what's wrong with.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah.
If you have to realize you control your own destiny, but if you need a kick in the pants, you've come to the right place because we can do that. Okay. And if you need a one-on-one phone call in between the Ignite sessions, you can call me. We can talk about why you feel that you're stuck and not getting moving. Okay. So
thank you.
I want you to again, focus in on your big why and what your monetary goal is. Please, whatever you do, don't say, oh, I'm not in it for the money. Because nobody works for free. Nobody. Okay. And I want you to make the commitment to lead generate daily. That will help give you structure. Okay. The second thing is I want you to start using sales language. And a number of you have said to learn how to talk it. So we're gonna get into talking the talk, walking the walk. Okay. And here's the biggest thing. You're gonna all learn to hold yourself accountable. Okay. So that's the next thing now. I want you to write down 2 things on how you feel you're going to hold yourself accountable. What type of a system are you initially going to put in place to launch your business? Take a couple of minutes what you think you're going to do as you start to form your business. How are you going to make it successful to get to your big why, your future? 2 things on how you feel you're going to use to structure your business to start it as a launch. Take 2 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll do the same. Everyone's concerns or strengths are typical. So I want you to feel that, but take a couple of minutes for 2 things that you're personally going to be using as the foundation for your business, because no one else can control your business but yourself. Remember, this is only for you. You're the only one that's determining how you're going to formulate and control your business. Doesn't matter what the next guy is saying, what other people in the group say. This is all about your business. Take another minute, jump in. And Jonathan, you're going first, by the way.
Awesome. I was actually going to volunteer.
Give me one. Let's give it 1 more minute, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump on this. Jonathan.
Awesome. 2 things that I want to be accountable for in this business, and I've actually started working on, are setting high standards for myself.
Yep.
So I don't want to be walked on by anybody. No agents, no people. I think it's more like demanding respect. And when you demand respect, you get better outcomes for your business.
Remember, just hold it. Just remember,
yeah.
Respect isn't given, it's earned.
Yeah, it's earned.
So when we've talked, because you've got the personality that you are gonna be successful, but it's a matter of at what pace do you go? Get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And another one is having a solid schedule in place, along with systems. But I think it all starts with the schedule.
Right.
That way, when you say something, you can be a man of your word, because you have your time blocks. Okay. Something set up. I have meetings at this time. I cold call, or I love door knocking. So, and I'll be doing, once this, legal again, I'll be door knocking at this time. Go home, cold call, or take care of my appointments. Stuff like that.
Does somebody have a bird?
Yeah, it's this one.
That's got the bird?
Yeah, it's a parakeet, or I'm not even too sure. It's not
okay. All right. Who else wants to go? I'm just, rather than me picking and choosing.
I'll go, Adrian.
Okay, Adrian. Then Holiday, you'll be next. Go ahead, Adrian.
I think for myself, a business plan that gives me something to look, I mean, is that too vague to start, or too broad?
No.
I think I could start with a business plan and then break it down into columns where I can build up to.
It's called time blocking.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to start to block in, just like Jonathan just said.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of hours a day, he's going to door knock. A couple of other days, he's going to get on the phone.
Right.
Okay. There is a, let me find it. Oh, shoot. I hope I didn't.
And by the way, I also love to door knock. I'm not intimidated about knocking on doors. I do stand to one side, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Being careful these days. But yeah, maybe we can go over that.
Yeah, be careful. So,
yeah,
those of you that want to cold call, there is a search, there is a site called fastpeoplesearch.com. Fastpeoplesearch.com. can pull up anyone out there with all of their information, their phone numbers, their addresses, their emails. So that way you're not paying for Intellius or NexusLexis. Okay. Okay, Holiday.
I put the biggest thing for me. I truly believe in everything that that even after listening to you so far, I'm gonna believe what you're saying. I believe what my coach is saying. So I believe the systems for success is in place. So the biggest thing for me is to overcome myself. To learn how to get out of my own way. That's the first thing I can do to help my business. So therefore I can be willing to accept the things that are going to be taught. And then the second thing that I'm doing, I mean, just to give you some insight, I just literally tomorrow will be my first month as an agent. So I am as
wow,
green
you as what I call a real newbie.
Right, exactly. So right now what I am doing is I'm focusing on building my brand.
Good.
By going through marketing schemes. And as you can see, I've already got t-shirts and things made for myself. I advertise all the time. And what I'm doing by that is just putting my name out there and buying some time so that I can soak up all the knowledge from Ignite, soak up all the knowledge from coaching and the books that I'm reading and things like that, so that when the time does come through my careful branding and marketing and the business does start to flow and I've got out of my way, then I'm prepared to move forward.
Okay, good. Who else?
I know with me, what I would like to do is, well, what I'm going to do is I need to master my calendar. I'm good at putting things in, what I need to do, and I need this and that, but I need to start executing. I need better execution. And then also I would like to take what I'm learning from Ignite and not just listening to it and from other things from Coach Mahogany and everything, and just implementing and execution better.
Have you thought about your goals on how many deals you do want to get going, or how many listings or buyers?
My goal, well, anything's still possible. My goal was $150,000 for the year. Yeah, that was my goal, for $150,000. And me and Coach went over the GPS and what I had to do and the 411 to do it. But it's crunch time. It's getting out. So yeah, I did go through the whole 411 and everything. I just gotta redo it again, with the new. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Who else? David Lopez. David, there you go. Hey, how are you?
Good, driving right now.
Okay, so what are you thinking you're going to need to be able to lay some bricks down for your foundation?
What I would need is do the work. I mean, I've talked to Mahogany, and but I think I've been slacking. I've been doing other things for another business that I have, and I haven't been able to concentrate in real estate. And also, I'm actually buying a home right now. So
congratulations.
I'm in escrow. Yeah, I'm in escrow right now with so I haven't been able to do a lot of real estate related to the regarding my business.
Okay.
But I did believe I just need to do the work and then talk to as many people as I can about real estate.
Okay. Let's take one more person before we wrap up today's session. Take a shot. Rex?
Yes, I guess how I would, first of all, I did want to, first of all, say that to hold myself accountable is to have a schedule, and then to check my progress daily and weekly to see how, and the other thing is that I had a question. You said something about askpeoplesearch.com. Is that the
it's fastpeoplesearch.com. Fast.
Fast, like Fast and the Furious.
Right. fastpeoplesearch.com. It's free.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Yep. Okay. All right. So we've got a lot ahead of us. I usually stop the first session a couple of minutes short. You've all now seen what your thoughts are, your whims. So when we meet back here on Thursday, same time at 11 a.m., we're going to jump into really lead generating and prospecting. Okay. Because that's really what we're all about here, is building your client base. Okay.
Peter.
Yes.
Quick question. Was it necessary to download this?
You know what? In the past, Keller Williams used to charge you for it, but yeah, absolutely, because there's some role playing and some scripts in there. It's definitely good to have. Absolutely, I jump around in it from different things.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, gang. Thank you so much for the first one. I'll see everyone on. So we will be Monday, Thursday, and Friday. The 3 sessions. I'll try and keep them moving as well. You see how I like to get some interaction, and we'll start to also drop in some other technical stuff. If you have a question from a session, reach out to me during the week or save it for the first thing on Thursday when we first get going. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, gang.
Thank you,
so
Peter.
much. See you on
Thank you,
Thursday.
Peter. Thanks, Peter.
All right.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Hello, Peter. Are you still there?